New study shows that men with cats are pretty much undateable. Philadelphia shuts down dumpster pools, and new rules for hairdressers include no small talk. These are the weird stories for Tuesday. This is Weird AF News. I'm your host, Jonesy. This is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian, and I love it. Do you love it? Let's do it. Fellas, are you a cat owner? Well, according to a new study, you're less likely to get a date with a woman. You want to attract the ladies? Well, keep your cat picture out of your dating profile. Yes, this is catastrophic news for cat lovers. Men who like cats are less likely to get a date. This is a new study from Colorado State University, which found that women are less likely to swipe right or say yes to dating a man if he's posing with a cat in one of his pictures. So how did this work? Well, scientists showed hundreds of women photos of two men, both men pictured with and without a cat. Their responses showed that the men's luck got noticeably worse when the women saw the picture with him holding a cat. Here's a quote from one of the authors of this study. Men holding cats were viewed as less masculine, more neurotic, agreeable, and open, therefore less dateable. How are you agreeable and less dateable? That's what I don't understand. Ladies, you want a guy who's agreeable, last I checked, correct? Well, anyways, when shown the cat-free picture of one of the subjects, 38% of the women said they were likely or very likely to casually date that guy, while 37% said they'd actually consider a serious relationship with him. But a picture of the same man holding a cat made the numbers drop to 33% for each category, which is very little, really. Is that even meaningful, that amount? I don't know. Meanwhile, the proportion of women saying they'd never consider getting involved with this guy with a cat rose from 9% to 14%. By comparison, positive ratings for the second subject did not decline significantly when he was pictured with a cat, but women were more likely to rule him out as a potential long-term partner. Okay, there's tons of stats for this study here. A total of 708 women aged between 18 and 24 were surveyed in the online experiment. And in my opinion, we shouldn't be generalizing the rest of the culture's attitude towards dating men by this tiny little age group, 18 to 24, as if those women should be telling us all. Like, in other words, are you really the barometer for the rest of women, 18 to 24? You're a little young, first of all. Okay, not to say I don't respect your opinion, but I mean, really, we're gonna then extrapolate to the rest of the culture and say that, hey, men with cats. Now, believe me, I think men with cats are pretty undateable, I'd imagine. In fact, in my experience, men with cats aren't really interested in dating women, to be honest with you. That's just it in my experience. But yeah, like, do we really give a shit what a 20-year-old woman thinks about who they want to date? They don't even know what they want in life. Okay? Yeah, they don't want a guy that has a cat today, but in 2 years, who the hell knows? These findings, the study says, are likely the result of long-held cultural stereotypes about cat and dog owners, according to the author. Here's a quote again. It is important to note that these findings were influenced by whether the female viewer self-identified as a dog or a cat person, suggesting that American culture has distinguished cat men as less masculine, perhaps creating a cultural preference for dog men among most heterosexual women in the studied age group. They wrote that women prefer men with good genes, often defined as more masculine traits. Clearly, the presence of a cat diminishes that masculinity perception. Oh. Well, perhaps it does. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, call the show. Any male cat owners out there? I'd love to hear from you. Do you struggle to find dates, and it's related to you being a cat owner, a cat guy? I'd love to know. 646-450-2012. Philadelphia shuts down dumpster pools. The city of Philly is asking the residents to please refrain from swimming inside dumpsters after a block party rented a trash bin and turned it into a makeshift swimming pool over the weekend. Swimming in dumpsters. It's just these summer days are really hot, man. What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to swim in a regular pool? Hell no. Get yourself a dumpster. They smell great. The media reported that a group of people rented a dumpster. They filled it with water from a fire hydrant and created their own dumpster swimming pool. I've seen this before. When I was living in New York City, some neighborhood in, I think it was Brooklyn, they filled up like 10 dumpsters so that citizens could swim. I think they opened it for free as well. It was a severely hot summer, and I remember something like that. And I thought to myself, wow, swimming in a dumpster. I mean, on the surface of things, it seems terrible, but I need to have more information about the dumpster before I agree whether or not this is a stupid idea. Like, are these clean dumpsters straight from the factory, or are we just grabbing dumpsters that right out of the alley that happen to not be filled that day? I mean, like before the pickup comes, or like right after the pickup, we grab the dumpster. I mean, what are we dealing with quality of dumpster? You can't do kiddie pools if you're an adult, right? Because they're just not deep enough. And sometimes you don't have access to a dumpster, especially if you're a city person. You're living in at that time, New York City. I didn't really have access to a pool. The idea of jumping into a dumpster filled with cold water was pretty appealing to me back then. So Justin Myers is somebody who was part of the group that organized this block party, and Justin says that they decided to turn the dumpster into a pool while brainstorming some party ideas. Here's a quote from Justin. Every year, man, we try to better ourselves. Better ourselves. We want to better ourselves. So we included a dumpster this year. That'll better ourselves. Sure, dude. He says, last year, my pickup truck was turned into a pool. So this year, we were like, the pickup was pretty cool, but it wasn't that big. We couldn't fit that many people. It wasn't that deep. So we decided, let's go big. Let's go dumpster big. He said they power washed the trash bin, and then they put plywood and pool noodles in the bottom of the bin and covered it with tarps. Oh, they covered it with tarps. I see. So they sort of lined the dumpster. Okay, I want to hear more. Justin says, everybody that was there thought it was the best idea ever. They were like, I can't believe that we haven't done this before. Can't believe you haven't done. I can believe you haven't done this before. Who the hell in their right mind would think of bringing a dumpster to your party? Unfortunately, the city wasn't pleased with this. The city, quote, will not issue permits for block party dumpster pools, says the communications director for the Department of Licenses and Inspections. Oh, no, really? I figured you would jump on this opportunity, Karen, to issue permits for block party dumpster pools. That's her name, Karen. The city will not issue permits for block party dumpster pools. Are you out of your mind? Yeah, no shit. Stuff like this, you don't ask the city for a permit, Karen. You just go and do it. The city is what's called no fun zone, okay? You don't ask the city for permission to shoot off your fireworks, to fill up dumpsters and swim in them, to have block parties, man. We never ask permission for anything. Because the city is just like the no fun captain comes by. No, sorry, no. So, you ask permission after you do the thing that you wanted to do. That's how you deal with, local organizations. We are not screwing around, Philly, Karen says. We're not screwing around. She really wants you to know she's not screwing around. We're not going to tolerate you filling up a dumpster. All right? And we're going to be cracking down on these, naked backyard jacuzzi soirees as well, okay? Put your damn clothes on, guys. According to the city, fire hydrants cannot be used to fill the pools for many safety reasons, and I agree with that. You can't just be popping open fire hydrants and filling up your little kiddie pools, or your dumpster for that matter, or your little Yeti water bottle. You just can't be popping open fire hydrants. I agree with that. But, swimming in a dumpster, Hey, if it's a good time, I haven't experienced it, but if it's a good time, why not? Why not? You just got to put up a disclaimer for your partygoers. Like, hey, you swim in this dumpster at your own risk, bro. Or brah, or lady, whoever it is. Or yeah, your own risk. Whatever you catch from this dumpster, that's not on me. Sorry. Yay! You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast, good luck with your creation, good luck with your life, man. New rules for hairdressers include no small talk. Yeah, you just shut the hell up, hairdressers. The new rules have been published for hairdressers as they're reopening the salons, one of which is no small talk, cutting down on the small talk. Yes, the National Hair and Beauty Federation has advised members to keep their chat to a minimum to protect the staff and to protect the customers, to protect them from the virus, I imagine, but also boredom, maybe? And can you please tell my Uber drivers the same, please? Could you tell them to shut the hell up? Uber driver, I don't give a damn. Apparently, in the UK, they're urging the government to publish some guidelines for the salons, but there haven't been any. One hairdressing group, meanwhile, has decided to make their own guidelines and told its staff not to talk to customers while they're having their hair washed and their head massaged. They're advising the members to talk to their clients if they must, side by side, looking into the mirror, and to limit discussions. Yes, avoid face-to-face discussions with the clients. Discussions about cut, color, and treatments should be made via the mirror while standing behind the client and kept to a minimum. You can lower the risk of infection if you stand or sit side to side rather than facing people. Huh. I didn't know that. I thought if you just spoke in the presence of somebody, you can pass on the virus, because it's just like it's your, it's coming out of your mouth, this mist or this breath or whatever it is they're talking about. So whether you're side by side or not, I think there's a risk. So keeping the talk down to a minimum, yeah, I suppose so. How about you just wear masks, though, as well? That would be helpful. It doesn't say anything about that. Other tips include urging the customers not to bring coats or jackets inside the salons if the weather is pretty good, because the virus apparently can stay on fabrics for days. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm just guessing, guys. I'm just going through life best I can. I don't know about all this small talk with your hairdresser. I guess it depends on your relationship with your hairdresser and your barber. I got my hair cut a week and a half ago, and I was very excited to see my barber. His name is Joe. He's from Detroit. He's super cool. He's so cool, and I love talking to Joe. And I hadn't seen him in months, obviously. And then we had a lot to talk about. So we were just chatting it up the whole time. And I got to be honest, he's a very good conversationalist, and he's funny and really intelligent. And so we always talk anyways. That's our relationship. And I would not want Joe to stop talking. Although, I do make fun of barbers talking too much. I get it. But my barber's just really cool. Some of them are annoying, though. You can imagine. I've had some in the past. I'm just like, will this person just stop it? Just cut it out. Not for reasons of health, but for reasons of just straight up boring the crap out of me, And it just elongates the experience. It's like, I just want to get my hair cut and I want to get the hell out of there. Please stop talking. You're turning this from a 10-minute thing into an hour thing, And I've gone way, way too long talking about my own experience with talking to barbers, and it's just really unnecessary in this episode. And please, I apologize. I hope you'll forgive me. If you like podcasts, check out Spotify. You can listen to all your favorite artists and podcasts in one place for free. You don't even need a premium account. Spotify has a huge selection of podcasts on every topic, including this one that you're listening to right now. And you can easily share what you're listening to with friends on Instagram as well. So download the Spotify app, search for your favorite podcast, and also make sure to follow Weird AF News and never miss an episode. Yes, download Spotify and make your life easier. Fellas, have you ever swam in a dumpster pool with your cat? And did you find it difficult to meet ladies? Well, no longer. I don't know what that was. It was the beginning of a fake commercial for who the hell knows what. Hey, thanks for getting to the outro in this episode. I appreciate you for hanging in there. You really stuck to the end, didn't you? Man, I believe in you. You're like Rambo. Rambo? That's an old reference, Jonesy. I know. I'm old. Hey. Hey guys. Anyways, listen. If you could do me a huge favor and spread the podcast by telling a friend, um, I would so appreciate that. I find that the of all the marketing I do for this podcast, nothing works better than one of my listeners just spreading it by word of mouth. Really, uh, I can't. And I can't. I don't know. I would like it's the way to go. Wow, I'm really stuttering at this point. What the hell is wrong with my brain? Hold on, more caffeine. Whoa, I'm back for more New York's ambassador. Wow, that was very strong, but necessary. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, please tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell an arresting officer. Actually, no, don't tell an arresting officer. They don't listen to podcasts, in my experience. Hey, first person, baby, first person. What else? Leave a review for Weird AF News if you could. Leave me some stars. You can leave me like 3 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars. I don't know how many stars your application goes up to, but let's say it goes up to 67 stars. You should list at least 60 stars for Weird AF News, right? Give me some love. Give me that love. Give me that star love, the rating love. Because you do. You love it. Yeah. Write a review and I'll sing it on the show. Like I got a review on iTunes by somebody named the Artifact Kid. The Artifact Kid left me a review yesterday. And by the way, guess how many stars? Can you guys guess? Go ahead. Do 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 do. It's 5. It's 5. You knew it was 5. Did you guess 5? Well, you won. Let me tell you what you won. Nothing. You won nothing. Artifact Kid wrote, "Love it. Jonesy is so funny. I love it. And I love Florida Fridays. Love it. Jonesy is so funny. Love it. And I love Florida Fridays." It actually was a lot shorter. I just kind of repeated the review to make it longer because I can't just sing one line. I turned it into a chorus. So feel free to write a second review, Artifact Kid, where we fill in the first verse. Seriously though, shout out to Artifact Kid, which is a very cool name. And I'm so grateful that you love Florida Fridays, and I'm so grateful that you think I'm funny, because not everybody agrees. And so and my reviews sometimes reflect that apparently. So yeah, thanks for the positive reviews. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It makes me go boing. I'm not going to tell you what that means. There's kids in the room. What else did I want to say? Please follow me on Instagram at Funny Jones, on Facebook at Comedian Jonesy, and on Twitter at Funny Jones. You can also email me anytime. The emails are wide open, baby, 24/7. It's funnyjones@gmail.com. You can send me articles or a comment or just say hello if you'd like to. Or you can tell me I'm terrible. It's okay. It's all good. I accept everything. I am an open vessel. I just accept it all. You can also send me a PayPal donation through my Gmail, funnyjones@gmail.com, if you'd like to buy me a coffee or lunch or a house. I don't know. I don't know how much spare cash you're dealing with over there. And lastly, join the Patreon, because that helps Jonesy support himself, buy equipment for the podcast recording, and it goes right into the website that I'm currently building, which I'm hoping to get up very soon. It's patreon.com/weirdafnews. Yes, patreon.com/weirdafnews. You can listen to bonus episodes, and you can speak to some real high-level weirdos that have joined the Patreon. It's like a little cult in there. What is wrong with you crazies? No, it's a good time in there, seriously. I post things and we talk about them. I find weird shit online. I put it up there. I'm like, guys, did you see this weird stuff? I love this weird stuff. And people are like, yeah, Jonesy, I like that weird stuff. And some people are like, yo, Jonesy, that's way too weird. Stop it. Either way, it's a good time. Join the discussion on patreon.com/weirdafnews. Be part of the club, baby. Part of the club.